Hello friends, I'm Karina Chin with karinascreations.com and I want to welcome you today to my Facebook Live. I'm going to show you how to make an In Symmetry double fancy fold card today along with two other cards as well. So I'm just going to move my camera and go down to my desktop for a second and set up. There we go. It's just easier for me to have my hands free. So welcome today. And I see some people are jumping on. Hello, Gail. Hello, Pat. I'm so happy to have you girls join me. My name is Karina Chin, and I am in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I've been doing this for about 14 years, and I just love stamping and sharing all my card projects with everybody, so I get so excited when people tune in to my videos. So if you have fun and enjoy the video today, please consider sharing it with your friends, and I'll be posting this on YouTube as well. And if you're checking me out on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can actually start doing some more lives, which I think will be super fun as well. And then also you get notifications so you don't miss any of the fun videos. So I see Lindsay's here. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, Margaret Ann. Nice to see you girls today. So I'm noticing outside, it's a little gloomy outside in Edmonton. There's tons of forest fires in BC, and I think we're getting all the smoke coming this way, and we haven't had sunshine for a couple days. So hopefully it's not too dark and you can see the projects. Now, before I get started, I always forget about this, so I always mention it at the beginning. If you wanted to order any of the supplies to make the cards today, you can go to karinachin.stampinup.net. This is the hostess code this month, RWRDCP7Z. And if you're ordering less than $200, you put in the hostess code. If you're ordering more than $200, don't use the hostess code because I want you to get the hostess benefits. And when you use the hostess code, it just links all the little orders together, which then I have hostess prizes and stuff to give away at my classes, some gifts and prizes, and it just makes it more fun at classes. And then too, whenever you like or share my video, I like to put your name into a draw to win a prize or a card. So last week, I actually made these cards last week. I love them. I thought they were so fun. So I drew Anne's name from YouTube. She commented on YouTube. So I'm going to be sending her this cute little deer card. And that's made with the stencils from my video last week and the shimmer vellum, the in color shimmer vellum. So Anne will get this one. And then from Facebook, I drew Joy's name. So Joy, you were going to get the cute little bee card done with the stencil technique as well. So thank you so much, girls, for commenting and sharing my video. I really appreciate it. Okay, before I start, maybe I'll just tell you about what's going on with Stampin' Up. So first of all, we have our designer series paper sale on right now where you get 15% off 9 different patterns of paper. Hello, Kim. Hello, Joy. Oh, I see Joy just came on. Joy, you won the card draw. I'm going to be sending you a little card. Happy mail is coming your way. Hello, Kathy. How are you? I love it to see when people jump on. Okay, see, I get distracted so easy, you guys. Okay, designer series paper sale is on 15% off. Stampin' Up has a whole bunch of designer series papers. One of my recommendation is In Good Taste because you can use this for masculine, feminine, all kinds of different cards. This is 15% off. I love like the pansies. Let's see what I got here. This paper is on 15% off. What else do I have? Oh, my favorite, hand penned, is 15% off. I think that's all I have for these little samplers made up. I need to do some more samplers, don't you think? This is actually how I design, is I take my designer series paper, cut them into squares along with the coordinating colors, and then I can just, when I start to create, I can just see what matches and see what paper pattern I want to choose. And then, of course, the In Symmetry Designer Series paper that I'm doing on these cards is on sale as well. Yeah, you're welcome, Joy. It's always nice to get a card in the mail, isn't it? You are so welcome. Okay, and then so that's the Designer Series paper sale going till the end of July. And then on August 3rd, if you guys aren't busy, tune in. I'm going to have a catalog kickoff sale. And when you place a $35 order, I'm going to send you 2 make and takes as a thank you. Or if you sign up early, you can get the make and take kits and stamp along with me that night. Do you want to see what they look like? Do you want a bit of a spoiler? Okay, I've designed the 2 cards. I had such a tough time because I love the new mini catalog. So I thought we would do kind of a fall one. What do you think of this? Isn't that cute? So this is one of the make and takes. I love flowers, so I thought that was perfect. And look at that new folder. So this is one of your make and take kits. And then I just had to use the party penguins. How cute is that? Okay, it's not called party penguins. Anybody know what it's called? I don't know. I can't even think of what he's called right now. But he has some coordinating paper, and this will be a celebration item. So he comes with a punch. See, I don't even know what this stuff is called yet. Penguin Playmates is a celebration item. So when you buy the little stamp set with the punch that'll come out, and you'll have to order something a little more, maybe some ribbon or something, then you should be able to get the paper for free. So these are the 2 make and take kits for August 3rd. And you can be anywhere in Canada to get these make and take kits. Just let me know and I'll send them out. If you're not sure if you're ordering, so the kits are $10, or when you order, I refund you back the $10 if you wanted to place an order that day. So that's kind of what that is. And then my ordering special this month is when you order over $100, you get shimmer vellum, half a package. Now look at this. These are 2 cards that we made last night. This shimmer vellum, Stampin' Up! Vellum is special. It's beautiful. It embosses beautifully. We put adhesive all around this vellum, and look, it doesn't even show through, right? It's very beautiful. So if you ordered over $100, I'm going to send you half a package of this in the mail. And then I decided to run a paper share. So let me talk about the paper share quickly. So this is going to be from the new catalog items. I can't show you the catalog yet, but I can show you a few of the different papers really fast. So this is a quarter share, which means in a package of paper, what I do is there's 2 sheets in the same color. So you would get a 6-inch by 12-inch sheet in all 6 designs. That's what a quarter package is. And these are just some of the patterns. So this is going to be, which one is this called? I don't know names of any things yet. This is Painted Christmas. But just to give you an idea of how beautiful this paper is, look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, you don't have to get a paper share. I personally like getting paper shares because then it lets me play with some of the papers, and then I can decide what I love. And I can always order more if I want, right? But look at this. Hello, Karen. Nice to see you today. Okay, I think this is my favorite, though. Guys, I think this one could sell out. And I saw Lindsay was on here. I got a swap from Lindsay today. I would show you her card, but it's downstairs. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Made with this paper, but look at this. These presents could be used year round. Isn't that nice? Look at these, just beautiful. It's like silvers and pinks I normally wouldn't do for Christmas, but I made a super cute swap card with it. Which, of course, I can't show you right now because I have no clue where it is. And then this is another pack of paper. Like, how cute are, oh my gosh, this cute paper, I just can't tell you how excited it makes me. Look at that, Grumpy Cat. Oh, I love that. We need Grumpy Dog, too. And then, you know, little critters. Is that a hamster or gerbil? What is that? I have no clue. Again, another Grumpy Cat. The designer obviously wanted Grumpy Cats. And then another 6 by 12-inch sheet of paper that you would get would be this one. This is called Peaceful Place. I just got this in today. I got an order in, so I will be contacting a few of you to pick up your order. Look at this. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, that'll be beautiful for scrapbooking, card making. Anyway, and then this is the other pattern that I have to show you. I don't have the Halloween paper in yet, but you would get a little bit of that. This is the one I'm using for one of my make and takes. Super cute. And then in terms of the 6x6" designer series paper, there is one pack, and this is called Gingerbread and Peppermint. So you'd get a quarter package of this as well. And then there's also specialty papers. So I should mention that the main share is $45. And then if you want, you can add on the specialty paper, which is $13. And you get silver foil, snowy white velvet sheets, gold shimmer vellum, cork, and some craft paper in that. So you can add on the $13 for the specialty paper. And then I'm also doing a ribbon share, which is $26. So you get 2 yards of each of these colors of brand new ribbons. I'm not doing the ones that have that kind of rolled over. I'm just doing the new stuff. So if you're interested in that, just send me a message. I'm putting my order in on August the 3rd. So make sure you sign up and pay by August the 3rd if you're interested in that. I don't know. Some of the paper could sell out. You just never know. Okay, are you ready to get stamping? I think that's all I had to announce. Yeah, Caddy kickoff party, stamping this weekend. Okay, let me pull this in here. So I have a group. Oh, I see Brenda's here. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Susan. How are you girls today? Let's see who else is here watching today. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So once a month, I have a group that I called, initially it was called Stamp Set of the Month. Then I kind of called it Kit to Go once COVID hit. It's kind of a Stamp Set of the Month Kit to Go, but basically you get 3 card kits in the mail. I do the PDF instructions. If people want, I can do a video just for the cards, and I might actually do it this month because this is kind of a cool technique. And I actually wanted to show a few different ways that you can make some wreaths. I think we can actually make a wreath with some of the little penguins and stuff too. I just have to play with it a bit more. But I based it around this bundle. So if you're interested in getting a kit for this, it's $40. Now, it normally includes the In Symmetry stamp set, which is $23. It looks like this. But if you already own it, you can either substitute it out or just tell me what you want to order instead, right? You can order paper or anything like that. I based it around the Sweet Symmetry product suite because I think it's a great value. $67.25. And that includes the stamp set. It includes a coordinating punch. It includes your designer series paper. And let me just show you the paper. Paper is a little bold, but I find there's ways to kind of calm it down if you don't like such bold prints. One side is bold, the other side is just kind of fun, usable patterns. I've done some scrapbooking with this as well. And then Flirty Flamingo ribbon that looks like this. So that's kind of what I designed my cards around. Or you can just get the stamp set and the punch. And the stamp set and the punch is only $40.50. That's why I thought it was pretty reasonable. So, you know, you could just order this. Get your cards. You can pay me $5 for the cards if you want for the card kit. Get your product and then pick it up. If I need to mail it though, then it's a little bit for shipping. Yeah, it would be shipping because these things are heavy. But I could ship it directly from Stampin' Up! for you to save on shipping costs. So if you're interested, let me know. And I think what we'll do is we will get creating. So you know what I realized, guys? Can you look at the table and tell me which product is retired? I was so annoyed with myself. I tried never to use retired product. And I was doing my, starting my PDF instructions, and I needed an order number for one of the products. And I couldn't find it. It wasn't coming up because I use These Are My Stamps to generate images for my blog. It wasn't coming up. And I'm like, what is going on with this product? I realized one of the items I used on this card is retired, so you can't even get it anymore. Any guesses? We'll see if anybody's guessing. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. It is this die. Hello, Beth. How are you? It's this die. I can't believe these are retired. I am so disappointed, I have to say. Not that I have them, which is great, but what if I have a new stamper who wants to use them? Anyway, I just had to laugh. So if I had to redo the card, I would just use a brand new die that's actually in the new catalog, which of course I can't show you the picture of it right now. But yeah, I had to laugh. Who knew that these retired? I guess I better pay attention next time. Anyway, I will move on and let that go. And so this is what I'm going to show you how to make right now, is this double fan fold card. But before I do that, I know I'm going to forget. I really wanted to show you how to make a quick, I want to show you how to make this piece. And if you take the class from me, I'll actually go into detail on how I created the template, because it's pretty cool. So way back when, I don't know, I found this in my Stamparatus bag. I created this template, and it was based around a 3 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I made the template just on a piece of window sheet. And I may include it with your class if I can. I'm pretty sure I know how to make it again. But I want to show you this. This is kind of cool whenever you do wreaths. Oh, I need this color. Let's put, I need a stamp pad to stabilize this window or this little door. Okay, let's see. First of all, can you guys even see what I'm doing? Yes. Okay, there we go. So I put it down on my template, and I've already lined these up so that it's kind of centered in my template. I just thought it'd save time. And I'm just going to ink this up. This is so cool, though. And is it inked? And you can buy a Stamparatus. I think it's around $40. Don't hold me to that. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to actually look. Oh, see, it's didn't really want it to do that. Okay, so it goes like this. And then what you do is turn it 1/4 of a turn. And then you go again. Like this. Pull it off. And then you do it another 1/4 of a turn. Isn't this cool? And it just keeps overlapping and overlapping. I just think it's the coolest thing. Okay, and then you do another 1/4 of a turn. Is anybody wowed by this? Or are you going, oh my gosh, hurry up? I don't know. I was pretty excited about this. And then I thought, I'm going to try do this with some penguins and some, you know, don't we all need a penguin wreath? I don't know. I'm going to play with this another day. But see, it makes a perfect circle. Now, if you don't have a Stamparatus and you don't have a template made, okay, I'm not going to clean this off because I have to make a few more cards. So I'm just going to set this aside. What you can do instead, another easy trick, is cut out a circle with a circle die that's about, I don't know, 2.5 inches, whatever size you want. It's about 2.5 inches. And then you place your circle down and you just trace, make a light pencil mark, right? Oh, see, Margaret loves it. Thank you, Margaret Ann. I appreciate that. Kathy likes it as well. Yeah, so you could just, you know, take a circle shape, draw a pencil shape around it, and then stamp any kind of wreath image or any kind of leaves. Like Stampin' Up! Has tons of these kind of shapes in a lot of different stamp sets. But I just thought I'd show you that. So anyway, that's why I got it perfect for this card. Okay, so let's just set this aside. And now I'm going to show you my double fan fold card. And I had to show you the wreath technique because seriously, once I get stamping, I get so distracted. I have so much fun. I love it. I love it. Okay, so to make this cool card, this is what you need to do. Oh, I should mention too, kind of the reason I chose this suite is if you're a brand new stamper, you can actually create beautiful cards just with the punch, 3 or 4 ink pad colors, and the stamp set. So if you're a new stamper, reach out to me and I can give you a PDF tutorial for super simple cards that you can create on your own without any die cutting or a lot of tools, right? Because we do sell these. You guys know that these are still available. You can actually get these spots. So the colors I've used, for example, Flirty Flamingos in here. Instead of just jade, you could use shaded spruce, you know, put in daffodil delight. You might change the colors a little bit, but these are available for brand new stampers still. The item number is kind of hard to find. It is 153183 because it's not in the annual catalog anymore. So sometimes you have to search for it a little bit. Okay, so back to my double fan fold card. So you want to grab yourself a piece of paper and you're going to cut it at 5.5 inches by 8 1/4. So not 8.5, but 8 1/4. And that is really important. And then you're going to grab your paper trimmer, which everybody should have one of these paper trimmers if you're a stamper. I highly recommend it. It's even better than our old one. I know I had some people sad that you can't get blades anymore for our old one, but this one is 100 times better. I love it, and the blades stay sharper too. Okay, so here's my cheat sheet on what I'm scoring it at. So like I said, 8 1/4 across the top. And then we're going to score it at 1 3/8. So if you're not very good at, like, what's a 3/8, right? I count them. I literally count 1, 2, 3. I count the longer tick marks. So 1, 2, 3 is right here. And then we're going to score that. And then we want 2 3/4. That one's pretty easy. And then we want 5.5. And then 6 7/8 of an inch. Now 7/8, I don't mind 7/8. It's kind of the longest tick mark before the 7, not the short one, because that gets into 1/16 of an inch. Like, that's too much math for me. Doesn't that hurt your head? Who wants to do that when they're stamping? Okay, so this is the card, which is kind of cool. Now, the whole idea behind this is that we need to score on these kind of outer sections. We have to make an X. So I find it's pretty easy to do if you have this paper trimmer, because this top piece kind of locks in here. And like I said, it might be a little hard for you guys to see because it's so dark right now, but I'm lining up kind of this middle score line with my trimmer track, and then the outside corner in the other trimmer track. And it should be fairly close. Make sure you grab your scoring blade, not your cutting blade, or you'll be a little sad. And then I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to put this, I'm putting this bottom corner in my track, and then kind of the inside score line. And it's not perfect, but you know what? Can you see my X? I think that's pretty good, right? Okay, there's my first one. Oh, just kind of go over that score line. Now I've got to do the same thing on the other side. So let's just do this quickly or slowly. I don't know. Is anybody in a rush today? I feel like I need to. I'm looking at updating my blog, so I've got to make some decisions on graphics, and I'm a terrible decision maker, so that's going to be really tricky for me. Okay, let's go like this. There. Can you see how fast I made that X? Like, that's pretty easy. And then, you know, you can go over your score lines. But that's basically your double fan fold card. Like that. Are you wowed yet? Not really, because that doesn't look very pretty, right? So let's put some beautiful designer series paper on it. And like I said, if this is too bold for you, flip the pattern over. Right? You can use anything you like. So you need 2 pieces of designer series paper, and they need to be 2 1/4 by 5 inches. And like I said, with this class, I give you a PDF tutorial because honestly, I will not remember how to make this card in a week. I'll have to go back and read my PDF tutorial or watch this video. Okay, now you could take a pencil and you could just, you know, use a ruler and draw a line and then use your scissors and cut it. But I find it's just as easy for me to just, well, I guess I could put it in the track. I don't know. I just kind of wing things. Okay, so now I want my cutting blade. I put in a new cutting blade because I was getting fuzzy edges. Okay, so it's cut it in half. Now I kind of want to keep it together to put it in this way to cut my angle. So you do have to be a little careful. Does that look not too bad? You know what, I can live with that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this, and then what it does is it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Now, if you really want to be particular, you can then cut this in half too, but I thought that was an extra step I really didn't need to do. So let me just put this down. Okay, let me keep my quadrants together. I want to know that this designer series paper goes together, and then I'll just quickly cut this as well. You can see how fast it is. But you know, if you're giving this to someone who doesn't make cards, they are going to be wowed. You don't want to tell them how easy it was to make. Well, I should say it's easy when you have the measurements. If I didn't have the measurements, it would truly hurt my head trying to figure it out. And if you're wondering where I found this, I went on Pinterest. So Pinterest is a great source of inspiration. Okay, I think I'm good with that. A little off. Okay, there, now I'm happy with it. Okay, and it moved. That's okay. That's what happens when you do videos and you're not paying attention, but I think it's still gonna be good. This will be my sample. Okay, now what you wanna do, this is the perfect side, so let's put this one down first. I'm actually using liquid glue because I want a bit of wiggle room. Okay, so you can see how little I'm putting, so don't glob this on because it's very strong glue and it does spread and make a big mess if you're not paying attention. Okay, we're gonna put this one down. I'll put this one down. There we go. Okay, and then I'll put this one on. Now, I did not cut this in half, and I'll show you why. I'm kind of a lazy stamper, and I want things to look really hard, but I like making it a bit easier. So instead, what I did, let this dry for a second, is I just folded it. Can you see what I did here? So I could have cut it in half and spread it apart, but I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Nice? Not too bad? Okay, and then let's see how badly I goofed this one up. Will that look terrible? I think I just might cut another piece for myself later. What did I do? What did I do? Yeah, I wiggled it at the last minute. You know what? That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I think I am going to go with this. I think it's still going to look cute. Because the paper's so busy and it's on Night of Navy cardstock, I don't think it's going to be super noticeable. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. If I really don't like it, I can pull it off later. It's just paper, and the paper's on sale. So I give you permission to buy 10 packages of this stuff. Okay, that might be a bit excessive, but you know what I mean. Okay, so there we go. And then all I did was like fold this, right? And then when you go over the score lines, fold it in on itself. Fold it in on itself like this. And then we're going to fold this back. It just automatically folds. And let's see, so this one is going to go like this, and this one is going to tuck in like this. That is your double fan fold. Now I recommend grabbing a bone folder because it's a little stiff at first, okay? But that's kind of how the shape goes before it's decorated, and then it fits in a regular sized envelope, which I love. And you know, that just looks pretty cool by itself, but I think it looks a lot better like this. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get 2 pieces of Whisper white cardstock, or sorry, basic white cardstock. And then what I'm going to do is, I thought it was kind of cool to add 2 layers of leaves on this flower. So I started at the top, and I'm just using Calypso Coral ink. My ink pad probably needs to be re-inked. It's been well loved. Okay, let's put this at the top-ish. Okay, and then I'm going to use this little bottom one, this little flower. I'm going to put it in the bottom corner. This is going to be for the back of the card, right? Because you need a place to write your sentiment. Okay, and now we're going to get some Just Jade ink. Remember, you can pop from the top to open these. If they're brand new, that probably won't work. Okay, and then I think I put 2 layers of stems, I think. Pretty sure I did, right? It's not lined up perfectly, but pretty close. And then I'm just going to stamp one of these right about here. And you'll notice that when I ink up, I just go tap, tap. I don't press hard, or else you're going to get ink all around your block, and then it creates a great big giant mess, which is totally fine if you're, you know, don't mind that. Okay, so there is my beautiful flower. Now I'm just going to pop that on, and again, I can either use liquid glue or I can pull in my Stampin' Seal. It's working pretty good right now. Some days it doesn't work so well. Okay, let's lay this flat. Let's put this one here. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'll put the back side on as well. Ta-dum. See, isn't this an easy card? Are you guys going to make like 20 of these now? What do you think? If you make one, make sure you send me a picture of it. I'd love to see it. Okay, now we need some kind of a sentiment. So another thing I love about this set, look at the sentiments you get. This could easily be a 4-card class, right? Hey friend, you are perfectly unique. Best day ever. Thanks so much. And I thought this perfectly unique fit nicely inside my little wreath I created. And then this one, that's why I did thanks so much. And then this one I thought will say best day ever. Now I could actually stamp this in Night of Navy, but I was trying to reduce the number. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I reduce the number of inks I use, because on this one I use Night of Navy. No, maybe I use black. I don't know. I'll have to see now. That's why I like doing PDF tutorials as well, because then I can go back and go, oh, that's the ink color I used. I know for sure I used Just Jade on this one. Ha ha. Okay, and then we're just gonna, you know, use the scribble. The scribble glue technique, very technical. We're gonna put that on here. This is from the rectangular stitch dies. That's where I got this shape from, but I just thought it jazzed it up a little bit. Now we're gonna get this amazing ribbon. I love this stuff. It ties nice. It's got a bit of shimmer. And I didn't feel like doing a bow, so this is what I did instead. I went like this, and then we're just going to give it a little trim. Although I do tend to put bows on a lot of my stuff. If you've ever done one of my classes, you will get ribbon. I think ribbon in almost every project, or at least 1 or 2 for sure. I actually did a class recently, and I tied bows for people. I can't remember which one it was. There we go. And then we're going to go like this. And I'm going to use a couple Stampin' Dimensionals. So I really like these mini ones because you get so many of them. And they have great sticking power. Super sticky. The regular ones are good too. I just found whenever I did small pieces, I had to cut them in half and they always gummed up my scissors. Now what happened here? You know what? I always tell people everything is fixable. It sure is. Let's just, you know, cover that up. Haha, it's gone. Can't see it anymore. And see, you can't even really tell my ugly paper boo-boo. kind of, because it's on navy. You know, give this to a friend who's not a stamping perfectionist, and they'll probably go, wow, cool card. Okay, and then I thought it needed just a little bit of bling, so I really like these Artistry Blooms adhesive backed sequins. And you can actually use your putty knife on the other side, or not putty knife. It's a little putty tool, and it picks it up, and you know, it places the sequins for you. It's an awesome little tool. And then when you start to run out of putty, you just turn it and then it comes out. And you can buy putty replacement pieces as well in the catalog. Okay, so let's take a look at this card now. I got to clean this up because don't you just know that I will set my card in the opening pad. Oh, wait a second. What's different about this? Hold on a second. I stamped a second flower and popped it up to give it a little more dimension. Hold on a second. Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea. Right? Not that it really needs it. So you're for a beginner stamper, you could just stamp this image on Whisper White cardstock and have it look super cute as well. Okay, let's just offset it a bit. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Hold on, hold on. Okay, I think that looks pretty great. What do you think? Okay, so let's move this out of the way. So that is how you make a double fan fold, fancy fold card. I think this would be kind of cool for Christmas because look how it sits up on somebody's desk. You know, happy birthday, friend. You are super amazing. All the best. Have the best day ever. Congratulations. This could be anything, right? But it's kind of a wow factor, but pretty easy to make. And then, you know, you could make a fun little wreath card. I thought the colors were cute. And then this is just a simple, easy peasy card. Just thanks so much. I love the little heart because you get these cute little pieces, a little tulip, a little flower, a little heart. And then I also love the fact that you can punch a bunch of these out. So if you know, want to play a bit more and add some more up, I could always add a couple of these into the card. And I think I need to make a shaker card with this set as well, but that'll be for another day. Or else I'll keep you guys here forever. Anyway, so thank you so much for joining me today. If you wanted to get the kits to make the stamp set of the month, just let me know. I'm cutting today for these projects because I have to get my stamp set of the month cards done. So that's what I'm kind of working on this afternoon. And I hope I see you at my catalog kickoff party. It's on Facebook, so everybody is welcome. And if you like or share my video, I will put your name into a draw to win one of these cards next week, or maybe I'll do some product. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what's coming up, and let me know if you're interested in the Designer Series Paper Share. Thanks a lot for joining me today, girls. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.